Every day during recess, Liam sat alone on the playground bench. He watched other kids laugh, run, and play games, but he never joined them. Liam was a quiet boy, with big brown eyes and a shy smile. He had moved to this school a few months ago, and making friends had been hard. Zaward, he missed his old school, where he had friends who understood him. Here he felt invisible. No one teased him, but no one talked to him either. He felt like a ghost, watching life happen around him. Liam's teacher, Mrs. Thompson, noticed his loneliness. She saw him sitting alone every day, his shoulders hunched and eyes downcast. She wanted to help but wasn't sure how. Zaward, one day, Mrs. Thompson had an idea that she hoped would make a difference. Zaward, Mrs. Thompson brought up Liam's situation in a staff meeting. She suggested creating a special bench on the playground, a buddy bench. The idea was simple. Any child who felt lonely could sit on the bench, signaling they wanted someone to play with. Other students would be encouraged to invite them to join their games. Zaward, the principal, loved the idea and approved it immediately. They painted a bright, colorful bench and placed it in a central spot on the playground. A sign above it read, "Buddy Bench, sit here to find a friend." Zaward, the teachers explained the bench's purpose to the students, encouraging them to look out for anyone sitting there and to invite them to play. Zaward, the next day, Liam noticed the new bench and wondered if it could help him find a friend. Zaward, the following week, during recess, Liam mustered the courage to sit on the buddy bench. He felt nervous, his heart pounding in his chest. He glanced around, hoping someone would notice him. Zaward, after a few minutes, a girl named Emma approached him. She had a friendly smile and held a jump rope in her hands. Zaward, Emma, she said, "Do you want to play jump rope with me and my friends?" Zaward, Liam's face lit up. "Yes, I'd like that," he replied. Zaward, from that day on, Liam began to feel more included. He still had moments of shyness, but the buddy bench had opened the door to new friendships. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more heartwarming stories. Zaward, the school playground was a lively place, filled with laughter and energy. There were swings, slides, a large open area for games. The buddy bench stood held with its bright colors and welcoming sign. It became a symbol of kindness and inclusion. Students began to pay more attention to their peers, making sure no one felt left. The bench wasn't just a seat, it was a bridge connecting children who needed a friend. Weeks passed, the buddy bench continued to bring students together, fostering a more compassionate school environment. Zaward, the buddy bench was more than just a place to sit. It was a tool to combat loneliness, promote empathy. Children like Liam, who struggled to make friends, now had a way to signal their desire for companionship without having to speak up. Zaward, it taught students the importance of looking herf, when another dem being proactive, in including others. His stick short dang, the bench encouraged a culture of kindness, where every child felt seen and valued. Zaward, with the success of the buddy bench, the school considered other initiatives to further support student well-being. Zaward, the school implemented programs to teach students about empathy, friendship, the importance of inclusion. Teachers incorporated activities that encourage teamwork, understanding, that take more initiative in reaching to their peers. The organized group games that included everyone made it effort to get to know classmates they hadn't interacted with before. Zaward, Liam, once the quiet boy on the bench, became more confident, engaged, started inviting others to play. It even suggested new games. During recess, his short dang, the positive changes in the students' behavior inspired the school to share their experience with other schools in the district. Zaward, the story of the buddy bench didn't stay in one school for long. After Dita met, it helped Liam, other students, the preachers to neighboring schools. She shared what they read done, how something simple, a painted bench, changed so many lives. So on other principals began calling. One by one, schools across the district added their own buddy benches. His stick short dang, rainbow colors, sompat words, where net alone our friends are waiting. Each one carried the same message: if you're feeling lonely, you don't have to stay that way. Parents noticed a change too. They saw their children talking more about kindness and inclusion. Some kids even began starting kindness clubs during lunch or writing notes to cheer up classmates who were having a hard day. Dang, one small moment of care, and it spreads hurt farther than you ever imagined. Dang, farther than you ever imagined. Back at Liam's school, his journey became something the teachers often spoke about. Mrs. Thompson shared his story at a teachers' conference, and when she finished, there wasn't a dry eye in the room. Liam, once the quiet boy who sat alone, was now one of the most welcoming kids on the playground. He had a habit of checking the bench each day. If someone was sitting there, he'd walk over with a grin and say, "Hey, wanna play?" At the end of the school year, the staff organized a special assembly. Parents, students, and even school board members filled the auditorium. A slideshow played, showing pictures of children laughing, playing, and sitting together on the buddy bench. Mrs. Thompson stood up front, holding a microphone, her voice shaking with emotion. She said, "This all started with one boy who needed a friend, and now look at us. Look what one bench, one idea, and one open heart can do." Everyone clapped, but the loudest cheer came when Liam was called on stage. He looked surprised, then shyly walked up, with his hands in his pockets. The principal handed him a certificate that read, "For sparking a movement of friendship." The crowd stood up in applause, and Liam, he smiled bigger than he ever had. As the school year progressed, the spirit of the buddy bench continued to thrive, not just on the playground, but in the hearts of every student who learned that kindness is never too small to make a difference. Liam didn't set out to change anything. He didn't make speeches or try to get attention. He was just a quiet boy who felt alone. But sometimes, that's where the biggest lessons come from. Not the loudest voices, but the quiet moments of truth. The buddy bench wasn't just about giving lonely kids a place to sit. It was about reminding everyone that no one should have to feel invisible, that it's okay to ask for a friend, and that being kind doesn't take much. Just a moment, a smile, a walk across the playground. Liam learned he wasn't alone after all, and in learning that, he helped others feel the same. What started as one empty seat turned into something so much bigger, a place of belonging, a symbol of hope, and a reminder that even small changes can lead to big hearts. And for the other kids, they learned that looking out for someone isn't just nice, it's necessary. They learned that friendship doesn't always happen by accident. Sometimes, it begins with the courage to sit down beside someone who needs you. Because being a friend doesn't take magic, it just takes noticing and showing up. Sometimes, all it takes to change a life is sitting down beside it.